Well, that certainly never gets old. Alright, right off the bat, if you think I am absolutely crazy for having that huge garage and I keep the bike outside, you are absolutely wrong. It's the dramatic effect, alright? We all love a little cinematography, a little dramatic action, alright? I do not keep my bike outside with the key in it with my phone on the phone mount. I'm not that stupid. But what is up, y'all? Welcome back to yet another video. I'm just going for a little cruise this fine evening. It is starting to warm up a lot here in Phoenix, so it's not really fun to ride in the middle of the day anymore. But I thought I'd just kind of give you guys a little background on why I bought my CBR500R. Maybe somebody can relate to my situation and be like, hey, he bought it for this reason, that's kind of exactly what I want to buy it for, or that's why I don't want to buy it. Whatever your situation is, I'm just trying to help you out, maybe give you a little more insight to the bike. I've been riding it for 10 months now. I bought it in August and it's been great. So a little background on my riding experience. Before I bought this bike, I had previous experience on motorcycles. I rode dirt bikes my whole life growing up. I lived out in the country, so we'd rip dirt bikes on the streets. We had land, so we'd rip them out back where we had land, and you know, like, it was a lot of fun. And then I had more experience. My dad had a Harley Davidson Street Glide, and he let me ride that in the parking lot, and that gave me a lot of experience with bikes. Have their like specific center of gravity, they're balanced a very specific way, and especially a big bike like that gave me a lot of knowledge and experience with the balance of a bike, and I think I learned a lot from it. But coming to buying my own bike, I've always wanted a street bike. I've wanted a motorcycle for years and years and years, and I've always loved the street bikes. I've always loved sport bikes, but when it came time to actually being serious about buying a bike, I didn't want to mess around. I wanted to take it very seriously. I wanted something that I could learn on. And oh, look at that dog. He's so cute. But I wanted something I could learn on, and something that wouldn't get away from me, like a 600 or even bigger. So I knew I could handle a 600 if I was to have gotten one. But in all honesty, I am so glad I didn't. And I spent so much time researching and trying to learn about different bikes. Like, I didn't know how much horsepower this bike had when I bought it. I literally only thought that CCs defined how big a bike, how powerful a bike was. So I saw 500 and I was like, oh, that's just a step below a 600. That'll literally be perfect. When in reality, this bike is so far from a 600cc Super Sport. It literally does not even come close or compare. You know, it's more reasonable to compare this bike to a Yamaha R3 or a Ninja 400 than it is a 600cc Super Sport. And I had no idea. So luckily, I think I kind of got lucky. Like, even with all the research I did, you know, like, obviously it's a great sports bike, but I didn't really know engine wise. I never got to test ride this bike. I got to sit on it at the dealership. That's it. I bought it brand new up in Flagstaff, Arizona. I live in Phoenix. I'd never want to buy from a dealership again, but that's a whole nother story. But honestly, I bought this bike to learn how to ride a motorcycle the right way, and I feel like that has done exactly that. So if you're looking at buying your first bike, if you're looking to learn how to ride a motorcycle on the street and do it in a responsible way, I would highly recommend staying away from a 600cc or bigger bike. Not that you can't do it, not that it's impossible. There have been plenty of people that have done it. But like with anything, if you start your riding career and you develop bad habits in the beginning, it's hard to break those habits. So you want to start with good habits, you want to develop good habits. I've taken 2 motorcycle courses already, the beginner one to get my license, and then I think it's called the Confident Rider course from the MSF, and you just go, you kind of practice the same drills and techniques that you learn in the rider course to get your license, your M endorsement, but it's on your own bike, so you get used to your bike a lot more. And I spent a lot of time practicing in the parking lot after that too. It really does make a big difference. And another good thing about the 500R is it's very ergonomically fit for any type of riding. It's a lot more upright. I've done a couple of longer trips on this bike. I haven't really had any issues with it. And it's really just an all-around great bike to learn how to ride a motorcycle the correct way on. And that's literally the reason I bought this bike. And I can't wait to upgrade to find another one. But this video, it just goes out to everybody who's looking to get into motorcycle riding, who wants to learn how to ride the right way. And to do that, I could not suggest strongly enough to go with a smaller CC bike. It's just the best way to go. You minimize your risk and you can just have a fun time on this motorcycle. Overall, it's just a great bike. It's reliable and it's a good entry bike. So if you got any other questions, I have a whole bunch of videos on this bike. Things I do like, things I don't like, riding it in action, engine sound only type videos. So go check those out. And of course, if you guys have any questions, drop a comment down below on any video. I will try to respond to them. I try to stay on top of that. I'm here to help you guys out and give you guys as much information as I can. I know when I started looking for a bike, I just scoured the internet for every possible piece of information that I could find. So now that I have a bike, I feel like I would want to give back. That's kind of what I'm doing. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and until the next video, ride safe.